sometimes there's a wobble around body image. And I'm wondering about that. I'm wondering if you can speak about how when we feel a wobble about what we see in ourselves as far as our own physicality. It's funny because you even started today talking about physicality, and that was on my mind as well, even like what Monica was saying. And it's like, when we look at ourselves as an individual, and it's so easy to love other people. It's so easy to give them love and grace and say, I forgive you. It's all good. Like, you can do what you want to do, and I'll never judge you because I just want to love you unconditionally. But I know that a lot of people, we look at ourselves and we say not the same words. And I'm not quite sure why that is, but I'm wondering if there's some clarity that you can offer to me and everyone about when it comes to our own self and body image. I think specifically, I think that's where my main question is.
You cannot offer that which you call unconditional love or that which you call place of forgiveness or satisfaction with other people unless you're there already. So if you feel like it's easier for you to do it with someone else, that means that at that moment you are feeling that within you. You cannot share something that you do not have at that particular moment. So we will start there with you. We'll start there with you knowing that everything that you experience, if you truly are honest with yourself, you will know if you're trying to convince yourself that you're giving unconditional love to someone, or that you're feeling that unconditional love at that moment and then sharing it. But when you get to the place of you looking yourself in the mirror, there is no opportunity for you to cover that mirror. In other words, once it's you and you don't have anywhere else to go. You can really say to a friend, I do not have time to talk to you, if that's a stubborn mirror. You can find a way to exclude all of these other self components in this person and this person and this person, if at that moment you're looking for the place of steady. But when you go to have the experience with you and you, then you do not have that luxury, because you always carry you everywhere you go, regardless of you seeing yourself in the mirror or thinking about yourself, how you look, even without seeing yourself in the mirror. So we wanted to start there and then offer you the words of something you've heard many times before, and we'll offer it again. Anything that you give your attention to is getting you from the place you're observing it, from the place of clarity of question to answer, or answer to question. So if you are in a place of any kind of not feeling satisfaction, why do you go and see yourself in the mirror? There is no necessity for you to go and measure if you're not in a place of steady. So you want to find yourself in a place of steady. So if you feel for some reason that for a moment you're not in a place of steady, you have the tools, you know how to get yourself satisfied. You can exclude that perspective of self even from you, because that's what you do every time you appreciate, every time you meditate, every time you dance, every time you have any activity, physical activity, or any activity that you give attention to, anything you give your attention to that softens up the flow and the speed of the thoughts coming through for you to get into the place of steady. Anything you give your attention to, you want to take and get to the place of steady. And then from that place of steady, maybe not that time, maybe some other time, when you really, really feel grounded, you can get to that place of saying, I know that now I will go and look myself in the mirror. I know that I have some questions going on over there. I know that this is going to be another reflection of me, but I'm now in a place of unlimited inclusion of everything and everyone that exists. Because if I'm now in this place of steady, that means I'm including everything, and that has to start with me. I cannot include everything that exists and everyone else if I'm not included, which means when I truly feel steady, I want to recognize that I am the first one being included. And then anything I give my attention to, starting with me or everyone else, will at all time be a mirror reflection of the next and the next and the next. And when I know that I'm so steady, then I also know that getting into giving attention to anything will be a satisfying experience. I know that I have the opportunity not only to get to steady and rush into the next question, not only really to get to steady and go immediately into the interaction. I can open the door. I can open the door to start including in my attention from this place of unlimited inclusion. And once I see that, then all I can see in the mirror of physical mirror for myself or as a mirror reflection of others is the process. I never see the goal. I never see the goal weight. I never see the goal body. I never see ideal, steady, never changing body. All I see is the process. And being in the process from that place of unlimited inclusion at that time, there is no other way but for you to appreciate it and celebrate it where you are, whether it brings you immediately the new question and the clarity that will bring you to the new answer, or if you're feeling satisfied with the image that you're seeing, bringing you back immediately into that place of steadiness. There is really no more satisfying experience or experiencing that which is so natural to you to have, that natural state, once you understand that you are at all times the process and that you are seeing yourself in the process and pointing with your beautifully orchestrated attention at all times what part of it you want to experience. All of them being valuable, all of them being there for you, but you knowing that you have an opportunity to experience unlimited inclusion even from the place of self.
That is amazing. So amazing. And I got this visual as you were speaking about, like me standing on the edge of a cliff and I'm looking out at the sunset and I'm thinking to myself, look at my eyes looking at this sunset. What does it matter what my body looks like? I'm experiencing the sunset. And so it's like separating the physical body.
But that is a beautiful distraction that you're offering to yourself. When you're in a place of unlimited inclusion and steadiness and then apply your attention to anything, you never feel like you need to distract yourself with the sunsets and the clouds and whatnots. In other words, at that moment you look at your body and you look at your body as the process, that it's continuously changing, that it's continuously morphing. And regardless of how other contexts that you're comparing your body are dominant right now, when you're focused on your body as a process, when you're focused on your body as a movement, when you're focused on your body as something that it's ever changing, even though it might appear physically similar or the same, then you never have a feeling that you want to go ahead and distract yourself. What you're describing is for you, when you go to the place of steady, see your body, and then something triggers that you want to see the next iteration of your body, next iteration of your body. What you're explaining is a brilliant tool for you when you don't feel steady about it to get into the place of steady. But we want to talk to you about this part of feeling steady and then applying that to see your physical body for what it truly is. Healthy, self-managing, perfectly orchestrated system that is shaping and morphing based off of what you are giving your attention to at all times. This is really very appropriate time for a segment of break. And for now, that's it.